And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 294. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great weekend that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we have two topics for you guys tonight. Our first topic will be on the new Power Rangers series announced, and our second topic will be on the new Apple TV Plus price increase, which will also lead into a more broader discussion on basically streaming services prices consistently increasing year in and year out. Also, you guys are probably wondering, where is Lunchbox Warren? Well, Lunchbox Warren and me always do the show on Friday together, and he's also on Wednesdays, and sometimes he's on Mondays. It's like pretty rarely still, but sometimes on Mondays, very rarely, and then he's usually on Wednesdays, and he's always here Fridays as well. He messaged me about 2-ish hours before the show, and he was like, "Hey man, I can't make it tonight, family emergency," or something about along those lines. And I was like, "Okay man, no worries." So I just messaged Chaz, and he was like, "I'm free." And I was like, "All right, I guess we still have a show tonight," because as you guys know, next week Lunchbox Warren wouldn't have been on anyway, because Lunchbox Warren is going to end up moving out on his own. He's going to have his own apartment, but that's going to require, some time to make sure everything is set up. And I already have a one-on-one set up for next Friday anyway, so I would have had that covered, but I just needed tonight covered, and I had to rely on a black man. I had to rely on this clout chasing fuck. He's always starting drama in those groups, and then I have to read these disgusting comments. I have to read how Jungle Fury is a top 10 Power Ranger season. I'd rather piss and shit myself than watch that garbage ever again.
This wasn't in the chat. This was in the video. It was a video on YouTube. I can send you the video.
Oh, Lord, kill me now.
And I put two valid reasons why I don't feel like Disney era is the second strongest era. I don't think it's the best era. I think it's when Pokemon quality peaked, but not peak overall. And I said two of their better seasons were kind of fucked in the way they wrote them.
Oh yeah,
because if they didn't make it in a way where they kind of sat their own universe, it'd be a lot better. It was like, what?
Okay, so before we go into the first topic, because I want something clarified before I say it.
Yeah.
Power Rangers are aired on Fox Kids, and then when Disney bought that means that the rights transferred over to them.
Yes.
So they could air it on ABC, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember how it aired on ABC.
Yeah.
So the rights so when they're filming Wild Force, that is still the Saban crew that is filming that, because the rights were the year after, which is Ninja Storm. So Ninja Storm was the first season, or I don't think first. They were fully filmed in New Zealand, because they were still filming out here, I think, for Wild Force, something like that. I could be wrong.
Yes.
Okay. So
they were done with Wild Force.
If you count Wild Force as part of the Saban era, I mean, I don't think Wild Force is, to me, it's solid. I don't think it's the best season by any man, but it's a solid season.
Yeah.
I mean, Wild Force has Forever Red. Wild Force also has that Time Force crossover. Wild Force has some pretty solid episodes. I mean, if you count Wild Force for the Saban era, I mean, Saban era has debatably the top 3 seasons ever in Time Force, Lost Galaxy, and In Space. It's hard beating those. Those are like absolute peak quality Power Ranger storytelling right there. Like storylines, acting, just compelling battles, rivalries throughout the whole thing. Like the other thing and keep in mind, because we have the topic, that Disney era is good. I think it's very good, but then it just falls off a cliff, and then I think it's saved by RPM. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I think RPM saves it. So that middle portion is just good lord.
Yeah.
But DK, oh no, so I made a mistake. I thought Casual Reviewer's stream was tomorrow. As you guys know, I have the MSK show 8:30 p.m. PST's Fridays, as you guys know. And to also make sure I reiterate this, next week Lunchbox Warren will also not be here. I have a one-on-one set up. Now, whatever topics that we end up basically not covering tonight, I think me and Chaz will be able to do them next week as well, because there's a few other streaming topics to get to as well. There's one that I wanted to go over when I first initially saw it, but I didn't have any time because, as you guys know, when it comes to like Marvel and DC and fucking Star Wars and all that shit we talk about here, sometimes things just get put on the back burner. But the whole Disney streaming issue that is going to arise, where basically the Hulu app is going to get phased out. We're going to talk about that one. Then I think we have something else to go over as well, but I know that will be a topic next week since Warren's not going to be here as well after my one-on-one. That's also if I'm not dead tired too. So before we go into those topics, this one's going to be long-winded. Holy fuck. This is going to be a trip down memory lane. Holy mother of hell. You got Pokemon tomorrow?
Yeah, I got Pokemon.
Why are you playing that? That game is for 6-year-old kids.
As well as Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh's for Chads, like me. Like Giga Chads.
Sweating nerds who can't pay their way back home after the top 4 event. Yeah, okay.
That is so good, Lord. Imagine going to an event where you can't pay your way back home. So what I'm assuming that they're doing is they're probably choking on some meat to go back home, or they just beg for a ride back home. That's how you know Yu-Gi-Oh players are stupid. Like, if you know you have no way back, why are you going? Like, it's just those kind of, thoughts.
What they're doing, they're hoping they're topping, and that they can sell their
their stuff to make it way back.
Yeah.
So it's like isn't that just a net negative? That's just literally a double negative. Yeah, you went there, you won, then you sold all this shit, and then now you just have nothing but your deck.
Yep.
And I heard some people are borrowing cards. I don't mean own the cards themselves.
Oh yeah, no. Most Pokemon players I know, like if you see them have a okay, this is how you know someone owns, like high profile player owns their deck. If they play the same deck, more likely that's their deck. If they're able to swap out decks, more or less what they're doing is they have 1 or 2 people in their group who has all the cards and just help them buy a build deck. There's even my group, they have it where someone has a bunch of decks and then they just build them. And then what they do is they test one specific deck. If someone wants to swap a deck last second, they swap that, make sure that they, like, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, you don't have to really put what card to set from. Unlike Pokemon, that's the reason why it's a lot harder, because you can get penalized even if you have the same card. If it's from a different set, they can penalize you for it. Like Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have that issue, but what Yu-Gi-Oh issue is a lot of times, that's why they don't do gold rares that much anymore, because those cards don't stick.
To be fair, the last gold rare set they had, which was El Dorado, that one completely flopped.
Oh, it flopped. Hey,
it was crazy because it made a good comeback with the prior gold set.
Yeah.
Only for the sequel one to completely just fucking. Oh my god.
The issue is whether that the cards that they were bad. They made it a little too thick, and then right before it, they made it think that you could double sleeve finally, because you could double sleeve, but it wasn't like it was one of those looked down upon things. But now they made it that you more likely have to double sleeve if you're playing.
That was also another thing about Yu-Gi-Oh that always just was like, why is this a rule? You couldn't even double sleeve. It's like, why? What's the issue with? I mean, unless you're talking about stacking, as people are going to end up cheating. It's like just little things like that would make people not want to play Yu-Gi-Oh. You can't, until recently, very recently, you couldn't double sleeve your cards. It's like these shits cost a lot of money. I'm not trying to have them shits like fucking getting destroyed. Good lord. Exactly. What was that set that came out in 2022 around the tier elements time? Magnificent Mavens, I think it was called.
Which way what?
It had those Shizu cards.
Power of the Elements?
I know it was Magnificent Mavens. I know that was the name. Yeah, it was around that time period. Remember when the Shizu cards each were like $10 and then they all just crumbled? There's how you know value doesn't really stay in some of these sets anymore. Because like value back in the day and a lot of these sets were pretty just solid. Like you would have a pretty solid valuation of sets. But then now when like new sets come out, they just collapse. It's like one page is good, and then the rest of it is complete trash. Like, are they overprint? I'm pretty sure that they're now at this point just overprinting cards at this point. Advanced search.
Yeah.
Let me see what it is. Is it Maze of Millennia? No. It's not that one. No way. It was before Power of the Elements. No, it was around Power of Elements, period. It was Magnificent Mavens. Yeah, it's this one. It was when you had shit like the Ishizu cards come out, and they were like, I think they were like $10 a piece, and you could probably make your money back in that moment in time. But unless you sold them at that moment in time, then it's nothing. Like, look at this. I just want to show you guys. This is why there's no value in this shit anymore. And this is why I even said back in the day when I was still doing market watches that this is not sustainable in any way. Konami is, I don't know, like overprinting cards so much in sets to the point where there's no actual value anymore in them. Now, some people have said it's because they don't care about the secondary market anymore, or they never have in general, and they just kind of want to make sure they put the nail in the coffin in that. Could be. It could be. But I just want to show you guys this really quickly. So this set, Magnificent Mavens, came out before I, had something completely retconned out of my life because, reasons. All these ultra Pharaohs rares, secret Pharaohs rares, and all those other bullshit rarities they always like to make and shit. So all this looks pretty good, right? All this looks pretty good, right? Right? Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Until you get to it was always the page 2 curse. I always talked about this. The page 2 curse, where like the first page looks magnificent, no pun intended, and then you get to this point where it's like $3, maximum $4. So you get around basically like $20. After that, it's like $4. And then it gets worse. Now, it does reprinting all these cards help the player base? Well, yes and no, because what people don't generally understand is like half the shit you're playing right now is going to get phased out. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't really have rotation, but they might as well call it rotation since they're going to make
do, but it's not in the sense like
it's not in a forcible way. Like you have to do this, Yeah, like they basically make like 3 better decks than the ones you're playing right now, and if you don't play those better decks, you're gonna get absolutely railed.
Yeah, they just did it with this new set, Justice Hunters. That's why a lot of people didn't want to invest into Battle of Legends and those events because they knew Justice Hunters that set was going to power creep everything that came before it, and that happened back in 2023 with it happened back in 2022 with Power of the Elements. Everything pre-Power of the Elements was great. Power Elements come up, power creeps about 90% of the decks.
Look at this
there's
right
like
here.
3 or 4 decks. And when Magnificent Maven came out, oh my god, Magnificent Maven's power crept every deck except Flooranderies and Fire. Not
Flu
Fire.
had
right.
Flu had the barrier statue, Wind Monster, and they took that away. They just took it away.
They took that away. But they banned at the same time they started limiting all the tournament pieces. That's they waited for that. They waited 2 banless to ban that. That's me. They gave Flu players enough time. I was happy. I was sad it was gone, but I knew it was going to get banned.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's like your deck is going to take a hit because the other deck that tops more plays the card, and that always happens in Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. If you're playing a deck, if the other deck in the meta at the time is playing that card you're playing, that shit's most likely going to get hit.
Yeah, that's I would say the reason why Mystic Mind got banned. When Mystic Mind didn't get banned, two elements could play under it. People don't understand that. Mystic Mind Burn wasn't the reason why that deck got banned. If Mystic Mind Burn was the only deck that could play Mystic Mind, that card would still be legal to this day.
Mystic Mind card is. It's so crazy how the meta at the time when that card came out was people like cited it. I remember at most people cited it.
It was side deck. It was played out. It was played out one. It was like set rotation.
Yeah. Set rotation. Whoa, what a card. Jeez. So before we get to the topic, before we get into the topics, we talk about dating a lot here on the show. We talk about women, we talk about men and everything. So when there's people out there saying like, yeah, you should kind of find a good girl and get married and all that nonsense. And I'm sitting there going like, when's the last time you were even in the dating market in general? They'll be like, well, about 10 years ago when I found my partner and then we got married and had some kids. So I want people to truly understand this, though. Just the concept in your mind. Things change when you leave something. They don't just stay stagnant. I think the average person thinks like just because they left something that way, that means that that situation that they left it in stays the same. It's like, no, dating and women and guys and all that shit's changed, right?
Hell yeah.
So then average people are going to be like, dude, just find a good girl and just settle down. So yeah, here, I'll just play you what an average girl does at these clubs and what this average person says, Now, this is not implicating all women because you guys are fucking pussy ass losers these days. Oh, you're just saying all women. No, I'm not. But I'm saying it's 70-30, 80-20. I'll be generous.
Yeah.
So yes, I should just get down on my knees and offer this bitch a hand in marriage. Just hear this for your ears. This is definitely wifey material, right?
Stretch, because I got a fat.
Have you tried some BBC?
Oh, yeah, I don't do nothing but BBC, extra large.
Oh,
then apparently you guys want us. Apparently, people out there want us to marry women like that. That's wife material. Yeah. Get married, have some kids. With that, she take all my money.
And then you find out that kid ain't yours. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How about a pass? Hard pass on that.
Yep.
Huh? What's like the minimum you're taking of BBC though?
Nothing small, at least 10 inches, bro.
God damn. I thought it earlier. I was like, God, 10. What?
Minimum. At minimum 10 inches. The average woman can barely take like 6. Shit.
The average woman can barely take 4. What the fuck?
Yes, and we're supposed to marry these women. We're supposed to marry that kind of a woman.
I had a chick tell me that my shit was too fat for her. She said, I don't want to get stretched out. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, I'm not about your pussy. Yeah. I was like, oh shit. Okay. I was like, dude.
You guys do truly crack me up these days.
No, my doctor told me I got a long ass. Oh, I said, bang. I need.
Fuck. Absolutely.
Motherfuckers just say anything these days. My mind is just perplexed when people just tell me these things. It's like, does the average dude or woman that is with someone currently or married know what the actual market is like? Of course you wouldn't, because if you're interested in that, you probably shouldn't be married. Second of all, I don't know if you married people understand this from like the other generation, the one that's before ours. It's like women are way different now than what they were before. Like, not even just different; they're entirely different. So, also date. I never tried dating apps. I always thought dating apps were cringe. Dating apps suck.
And come on, they're just not good. They try to. Oh, you have to pay to get more token. Token these nuts in your mouth. I ain't paying you shit. You'll take that funky shit and shove it up your ass. Like what? Fucking nonsense. So we're going to get into the first topic here right now. Chaz's favorite season is Operation Overdrive, which is all right. Cool, man.
That's a lie. That's a damn lie.
The lighter.
I'm not gonna lie. I will fuck the shit out of that Yellow Ranger.
Good Lord. Yellow Rangers were fucking amazing.
She reminds me of the girl I went to high school with. That's why I was like, oh, she's pretty.
All right. Let's have some fun here. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the brand new Power Rangers series that got my asshole blown out. Whoa.
Hey, yo.
Whoa. I'm only gonna blow out Maya's back from Lost Galaxy. Okay, I'll blow out Ashley's back from In Space 2. And not in 2. I'm gonna dick her down.
Nah,
I'm gonna have her face down, ass
I
up.
take Tori from Ninja Storm.
I would smash too. Yeah. She's pretty gorgeous. Yeah, she's pretty. I like her a lot. Tori is another underrated female that people don't give enough credit to.
Yeah.
Great supporting character. That's what a woman should be. My support. If you try to be the man, I'll throw you out the window. What the hell? What's this obsession with yellow? Like people wanting like red female rangers. Like what?
But they wanted to be actual leaders, even though there were female rangers that were leaders that weren't red. Like Jen
and
from
Taylor,
Time Force,
right? Jen and Taylor have to be the biggest examples of that. Have to be.
Jen,
you could call that Professor chick from Dino Charge a leader if you want to. Like she was, pretty much leading those guys. Look,
nah,
that's why I didn't like watching that season. They feel like they were just idiots, honestly.
They kind of were. They were a bunch of kids that got powers out of nowhere. Like Kendall.
Kendall, yeah. Oh, that doctor lady's so hot in fucking Dino. Oh my god. Woo!
Single Kendall kind of like Dr. Mayweather plus like
the bitch from RPM.
That too. Because
people think people in the group are tripping. Dr. K is not attractive. That lady is not attractive at all. Who would bang that? I'm good.
I don't know, but
that bitch Haley from Dino Thunder looked better. I'll back Haley, but nah, Dr. K.
Yeah,
that bitch will turn my dick off.
Adeline, the one that played the villain, in RPM.
Oh, tonight you're talking tonight 7, yeah.
Yeah, tonight at 7. Yeah,
I don't get it. Oh god, holy shit. All right, let's have some articles on the right percentage. Let's have some fun. Gonna be having sex with some girls later tonight, boys. No, I'm not. I'm fucking me beating off watching some porn. Jokes aside. Let's get right into it. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the brand new Power Ranger series that got announced a few months ago. So I was basically, just getting off of work one day and coming home, and I got on my phone, and I obviously, whenever I get on my phone, I just turn on my music as I'm about to head home, and then I go on Twitter. And the first thing I see when I go on Twitter on my phone is that I see on Discussing Film a tweet that reads, "New Power Ranger series announced in the works at Disney." So that is interesting because when this got announced, a lot of people in the comment section of the tweet were like, damn, Disney is going to actually do another Power Ranger series. Now, I understand the skepticism of that because modern Disney is really, really, really fucking bad. And if you guys just want an overlay, in your mind as a broad general perspective of the quality of TV shows that this horrible fucking company has produced for you, look no further than watching the peak quality of Boba Fett. Yeah, remember that show, The Book of Boba Fett? Absolute dog shit, dog water. You also had a lot of those Disney Plus MCU TV shows, completely terrible.
A lot of Star Wars TV shows, they did too many of them.
What the fuck?
Man, people smoke crack, and you shouldn't do that.
Do you know what happened?
Yeah,
my brain is here. Do you think I'm in this right now to win?
Yeah,
I'm here. Are you sleepy? You're tired?
No, I'm here.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's fucking go. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you've not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the brand new Power Rangers series that got announced. So, if you guys don't know this about me, I have been a Power Rangers fan ever since I was a little kid. So it's pretty fuzzy in my mind which season I actually started with, because the episodes of Mighty Morphin that I started with were from the very beginning. Like, if you guys don't actually know this, if you're not old enough, TV series would play a lot, obviously, on, basic cable, because a lot of us had basic cable. And the only way to really catch up on a series was to watch it during the weekdays, because on the weekends, you'd have the newest episodes for shows. So one day, randomly, I just was scrolling through the channel, and I saw the first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But that wasn't when it was airing as new, because I was born in 1994, and that's when season 1 had already, I think, concluded, or they're in season 2. I'm not too sure about it, but I'd end up basically starting Power Rangers from the very beginning, because that's the first episode I saw, and then they would air like Mighty Morphin first 3 seasons on loop, on repeat forever, and then so I think the very first season of Power Rangers I watched when the episodes were new was Power Rangers Zeo, because I remember when Zeo was on, they would say like all new episodes of Power Rangers Zeo starting here, and Power Rangers would always come back in February every single year. So I'm pretty sure the first season I ever started with when I was watching Power Rangers new episodes was Zeo, but I did actually start with Mighty Morphin. That was the first Power Rangers series I ever did actually see. I saw the first episode and I just fell in love with it. I don't really know what it was. It's kind of like everything else that I ended up liking in my life. I think it was just like a love at first sight kind of thing. And, a lot of people dropped off of Power Rangers after Mighty Morphin because that was just their Power Rangers, or they got older and had different life priorities. But for me, when I loved Power Rangers, and like with a lot of other things in my life, I just kind of kept with it. I never just stopped liking it, So every year we'd have a new Power Rangers season. I mean, if you guys know me, my favorite Power Rangers seasons of all time, I think top 3 in my opinion is Power Rangers in Space, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, Power Rangers Time Force. You can Dino Thunder's in there. I think Dino Thunder's absolutely amazing. SPD is very, very, very good. I think a lot of the Disney seasons were very good. What else is there? Ninja Storm would be a top 1 for me. I love RPM. I think RPM is very good. Oh, what else is in there? People have said, how do I rank Mighty Morphin? Because there's better seasons that came out after it. I think season 1 is pretty solid. I think season 1 is overall good. Season 2, it kind of drops off a little bit, but there's still some moments there, like with Tommy and everything. Season 3, I think it's absolute garbage. Sorry, guys. I think season 3 is absolute trash. And then Alien Rangers, I never really watched Alien Rangers like that. I never really did. It never really caught my attention. Let's see what else is there. So there's a lot of things in Power Rangers if you guys don't actually know. So, you have the Saban era, which pretty much ends with Wild Force. I consider Wild Force a Saban era season because, they were filming as the rights were being transferred over, and when Disney acquired Fox Kids and everything. Now, it's highly debatable if Disney ever even wanted Power Rangers to begin with, but I digress, right? So I've been with Power Rangers for a very, very long time, and, the Disney now, compared to the Disney back then, is way different. So I remember this tweet that got announced on Discussing Film when I was scrolling through Twitter one day when I got off work, and everyone in the comments was like, damn, Disney's doing it. Fuck. And rightfully so. You should be skeptical, because Disney is really bad now. I mean, look no further than those quality Disney Plus MCU shows and Disney Plus Star Wars shows that we had the displeasure of watching. So, goodness gracious, I'm pretty sure I'm not understating the quality of the Book of Boba Fett, right? That absolute garbage show.
Nope.
Or Obi-Wan Kenobi season 1.
That potential. That, I don't know.
That had potential, and they chucked that shit in the trash.
Yeah.
Or look no further, guys, than our favorite one, Loki season 1. One of the worst pieces of shit I ever seen in my entire life. Just sitting there like this. just fucking, I could have got my dick sucked when I was watching those episodes. Holy fuck. Or look no further than the quality of Hawkeye. He liked Hawkeye a little bit because he liked Haley Steinfeld. I get it. She's pretty hot. But
Yeah.
I'll ask you, man, what was the first season of Power Rangers you had ever watched? Like the first one you saw?
The first one I remember watching was Zeo, but the first one I remember actually like talking to kids about like in my school was Power Rangers in Space. That was the first. That was the first one where I got the toys from it. That's when the Power Rangers were still big enough where the toys were selling.
I remember being a kid. I remember like our Walmart, we had Power Rangers Space toys. We got a few of them, but they're sold out so fast.
Yeah,
gone.
Thing. My Caldors, my Bradleys. If you're from Connecticut, you know those stores. Because I remember Bradley started closing right during Time Force. Crazy thing is, I didn't like Time Force initially as a kid. I liked it at first, but then it was too long of a season because Time Force has a lot of filler episodes.
Yes,
that don't like the beginning of Time Force, like the first once Eric becomes the Quantum Ranger. That's
and then after that, when Wes's dad gets attacked by Rancic, and they have Alex, which is basically fucking Jason Kruk. Yep. When they have that, oh my goodness! Oh, you know what's the season that I think gets really underappreciated, but is now initially was underappreciated, but got better feedback later on. I think Lightspeed Rescue is better as you get older. I think initially up front it's weird.
It's weird because
it has the all adult dynamic to it.
Yes.
They're not teenagers. But I think Lightspeed Rescue, the way they set up the villains, the Titanium Ranger, and the actual, I think Lightspeed Rescue is completely fine. I would personally have it in my top 10. I think it's pretty solid.
No, it's in my top 5. It's
that episode. That episode, I think Lightspeed Rescue has one of the best episodes in the whole franchise. You know the episode I'm talking about. The episode I'm talking about where the monster does something, and then Carter has to choose between saving that girl or saving his teammates. And then he chose saving his teammates, but then I think it was Mitchell, the leader, had said, if you had saved that girl, the whole place would have exploded, killing everyone. Essentially, because you can't say killing, but we knew what he meant. Like, you know what he meant if you were mature enough. And then like he visits the little girl. I think that is one of the best episodes in Power Rangers entirely. The whole theme of like sacrifice one to save the many kind of thing. Yeah. Another episode I think in Power Rangers that is so good, Dino Thunder episode 2. You know when Connor didn't want to be a ranger because it was interfering with his life, and then he saved that little girl from that monster. And then when they beat the monster, the little girl comes up and hugs him, and she says thank you, and he says anytime, and it just pans into his face inside the helmet. Just that's peak right there. That is so peak.
That's
those
also
are some of the
realistic.
best episodes.
That's like
that moment in that episode has stuck with me in those 2 episodes throughout my entire life. I just remember watching that, feeling just so wholesome. Like the little girl walked up and hugged him, and he had tried to not be a ranger because it was interfering with his life, but then he had realized just how much good he could be as a ranger. And then you see that shot in his helmet, and you're just like, I have to root for the season after that. I have to watch the season. Like that episode just sealed it for me. So I'll ask you, my top 3, your top 3. What was yours?
Mine is literally the same. Mine is 1. It's In Space, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue. It's Lightspeed Rescue could get interchanged with Wild Force or Ninja Storm. They could get interchanged with one of those 2. Mm-hmm. Like,
I think people sleep on some of these Disney era seasons. Now, I will agree that I think the Saban era overall is much better in terms of like peak. Like I'll be honest with you guys, it's not been just even looking at the Neo Saban era, there's not been a Power Rangers series that has been better than even, let's just say, like, I don't even want to admit this, but Jungle Fury? Not Jungle Fury, my bad. Mystic Force. Holy crap. I don't think Mystic Force is overall that good. I'm not having that in my top 10. But back when we were all ragging on Mystic Force, we didn't know what words could come out after that.
Yeah.
We got some. And I'm saying, man, Mystic Force is, people do that when they're arguing. It's like, but it's better now because we got a bunch of shit. It's like, but Mystic Force still isn't that good. Like,
it's still not good. The only thing I put
it only looks good in comparison by all the bullshit you get later on.
Exactly. Like, I think you got one of the better theme songs But
I think the theme
that's
song is
it.
pretty cool. I always liked the theme song. I liked that little mini movie they had where they were using their magic too much. That was very good. That was very good. I think there hasn't been a good season in Power Rangers since RPM, in my opinion. I think Samurai is okay. It's okay.
Samurai could have been a lot better, but
there's some really good episodes in it. There is some good episodes in there. There is, but it's just so meh. Like I watched it even when it was airing, I was like, this isn't that good. This is just okay.
The issue is Samurai needed to take a lot more risk. They needed not to kill Jaden, but when he got into the fight, you remember at the end of the Samurai, the original where he got injured. And
remember that? Yep.
Lauren should have came in and been she should have been the Red Ranger for Super Samurai. And now you have the conflict.
That's what you're doing. Yeah. Like when they did it in like Lost Galaxy, when you had Kendricks take over for Yeah. Sorry, you had Corone take over for Kendricks. Yeah, they should have did that. Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. Yeah.
I read a whole story about how that would change the dynamic of the team. Because now, because toward the end, Mia started liking Jaden. That works. Mike and Emily, they're already I would have fleshed their relationship out more because they just ended up together, but you don't really see anything from it.
That was the problem with the Power Ranger series that kept going, was that the fact that the ones that people like, it wasn't just because they were darker. It was because the actual storytelling massively improved later in the seasons, like even after Mighty. You can even say Mighty Morphin has better storytelling to a certain degree in like the first season than some of these newer Neo Saban era seasons. Like I'm sitting here watching like Megaforce and I'm like, why do I even care to? I was sitting there when it was actually airing.
I like the character of Megaforce, but that's it. I like the 5 Rangers.
I like the Blue Ranger. I think he was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like I'm sitting here watching this going like, why should I care about these guys? There's no reason to like them. They're not interesting outside of like the females in Power Rangers always look good. I'll give Power Rangers credit for that.
Noah was the best in that season.
Great. Yeah.
Troy, his backstory made no sense. And I would have made Troy's backstory be connected to Super Mega Force, but I wouldn't have called it Super Mega Force. I would have called it Power Rangers Lost in Space. And I got a whole actual written connection story of
because I know we've talked about the whole Super Mega Force thing because that was supposed to coincide with Go Kiger, which is the anniversary at the time of Super Sentai. Go Kiger is the only Super Sentai I ever watched. It was, keep in mind, if that was the only one you ever watched, that shit is so good. That is very good.
That's a good one.
Truly just awesome storytelling there. Now I have to watch more Super Sentais because Go Kiger was the only one that I ever watched, but I will say this, moving forward, I'll say this for the Power Rangers movies. I don't think, because I only watched the first 2. I think the very first Power Rangers movie isn't good. I don't think either of them are any good. I think they're all just bad, honestly. I never even watched the third one. K-Dot always asked me, did you ever watch the third one? I was like, no, because they were never good. They were never that interesting. I think Power Rangers in general. Yeah, 2017. When we had that horrible CGI Goldar. I was like, what the fuck is that? It just looked visibly ugly.
It's the best out of the 3, but that's not saying much.
I heard it suffers the same issues like the other movies. They're not in the suits very long. They don't fight enough. Not enough action.
It takes them about I think it's close to 50 minutes before they even become Power Rangers.
Holy shit! Thank God I didn't watch that.
And the movie's close to 2 hours. I didn't watch it in theaters. I watched it at home.
Power Rangers to me just feels like a TV series kind of franchise. I don't think a movie you could do it. You can't
do it as an intro unless. The issue is because the stories need to be fleshed out of everybody unless you you could do it as a later on thing where they're established, like what they try to do in 95.
Yeah.
But the issue is that point a lot of the Rangers were ready to leave. It was you can see it on their faces.
And so we went from Saban having it to Disney. Disney doesn't want it pretty much vehemently clear by the end of RPM. Then it goes back to Saban.
They never really wanted it, Les.
And then we have Saban, right? He brought it back, just going some hot potato thing with this guy constantly. He says, I don't want it. You want it. I can have it now.
He brought it back.
Has it. Then I think the only reason why he brought it back was because he wanted to make it a attractive enough IP to the point where he could sell it to some other bigger person because Netflix ended up acquiring the rights. I will give the guy props here. He knew how to sell his
Yeah.
business and he knew how to make the bag, albeit some other crazy business practices he was doing. So he ends up basically selling it to like Netflix. The Netflix era is so weird because Netflix, they had made announcements of like, we're gonna have more series, we're gonna have movies that interconnect, kind of like a Power Rangers cinematic universe. That was their thing, because cinematic universes were a big thing at that time. So they wanted a Power Rangers cinematic universe. Well, we only really got Once and Always, and we only got that season that came out with that female Red Ranger that apparently yeah, it was Cosmic Fury, right?
But also,
that's all we got.
Don't forget what happened around the time when they acquired it. You know, the pandemic that fucked everything up. And then they got two writer strikes.
It was a writer strike too. Yeah.
Yep.
And then because I always felt like Netflix didn't want it really that much either. But that's the thing, is Netflix does that. They'll buy random franchises for a lot of money, then either do very little with them and then get rid of the IP, or just do nothing with them at all. Because they really did nothing with Power Rangers at all. It's weird when people say like, well, the franchise kind of ended. It's like, well, did Netflix really do anything with it? I mean, if you count Once and Always, which people do, which is fine, I think that is like a proper conclusion to everything if you really wanted to salvage it that way. You know?
They, like I said, they got it right at the wrong time.
And even after all the strikes and pandemic were over, they just never did anything. We heard no announcements. We had no developments. We heard of no writers getting announced. Nope. It just literally nothing happened. Kind of like my dad's influence in my life. Zero. Nothing.
That too. Plus they would lose all the damn money.
Yeah.
Turn around, they was losing money, and not because of Power Rangers. They was losing money because of all the dumbass. But the thing
you kind of have to wonder why they ever acquired Power Rangers anyway, because even after the things that I just said, they just did nothing with it. We heard of nobody getting together to make this Power Rangers cinematic universe.
You know why? Because they
probably knew the dollar signs didn't make sense. Yeah. I think they knew it couldn't be this money generator that they probably thought it could be, because it's not the fucking 90s.
And don't forget, Netflix never actually made a full profit. Netflix.
To be fair, debatably haven't made a profit on anything.
No, they haven't made a profit. You go look, they never actually made a profit.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
They've never made an actual profit, and the issue is this: a lot of times those companies, you look at them, they're looking at potential money, how much we can make.
They're looking at a spreadsheet and going, this is how much this franchise is worth. This is how much we could get. But then you realize something to yourself, guys. Power Rangers came out kind of like with Yu-Gi-Oh! In this one sense. So this is kind of a video that I would do if I ever made that Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel pop off. This is something that I want to make sure people know. The way that we consumed media and the way that things generated money back then, that's not the same now, okay? So back then, in like because Power Rangers came out in the mid-90s, early 2000s, mid-2000s, late 2000s, all that time period, what were we doing? The way that we consumed content on TV was sitting and watching it, right? Or you went to watch a movie, or you bootlegged it in black people terms, right? So the way that we consumed Power Rangers, it's in kind of it's kind of like a bygone era, because at this point now we consume content in much different facets, and there's much more different forms of content now, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on Twitch or other streaming services, and all these other franchises and IP you guys know and love. Now, given that there's so many of all these IPs, well, some stuff has to give. Some stuff kind of only has a expected shelf life, then it kind of just stagnates. So all the people that Power Rangers has as fans, this is what it would work like. This is how much they have. It doesn't gain, it doesn't grow, because, well, the way that we got Power Rangers to be what it was is gone. Who was sitting down in their house flipping through channels to watch Power Rangers? It's not going to happen, right? I think having the Power Rangers YouTube channel is effective, because you can show like full seasons, full episodes. That's good too. But Power Rangers has always had this thing, even just in the comic books, where even I have Power Ranger comic books over there. Mighty Morphin is the only thing that people really kind of buy. I mean, I think the reason why they keep doing it, because that's the only thing that really sells. I always hoped they would do other seasons. They said with this brand new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignite toy line, you heard of that? They're like, we're going to do Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to begin with again. And it's like, oh my God, Mighty Morphin again. Can any other season get some damn love? But they said they would do other seasons down the road.
Yeah, down the road. You got to start with the original. It's the same thing that comes with
do you
Yu-Gi-Oh.
believe they'll do that down the road? I just don't. That's
if this one's successful, yes.
Yeah.
Because think about it. The same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Too.
The same thing with Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got to start at the beginning. You got to start at the IP that the initial people remember.
Yeah,
people
no.
remember.
It's not that I'm disputing. It's just the fact that they think that just because they do Mighty Morphin, that means those sales will translate into the other seasons.
Yeah.
It's like, well, not every other season is as popular as Mighty Morphin. And
nope.
So, like, let's say they do this new toy line. This shit goes to Zeo. Will Zeo have the same amount of sales that Mighty Morphin did? And then you also have to factor in all those people that always have said, well, I want something different than Mighty Morphin. Are you going to actually shell the money out for it? Or are you just talking shit on social media? Because a lot of people do that, right? They'll say they'll buy something, but they end up not doing it. So I understand, even from a comic book point of view, why Boom Studios, who has the IP right now for Power Rangers, they always went back to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You know, there was a few one-shot books they did. They did Soul the Dragon for Tommy. They did a Power Rangers in Space sequel book, a Time Force sequel book. But we need more of that. If you want the other people to like the other seasons, you need to do material on the other seasons, though. You have to show them why it's worth investing in. Like, even I think we talked to Rogue Hero. He said his other nephew, from his family side, his nephew, the first Power Rangers series he started with was Samurai. But in their minds, for the company, they're thinking everyone started with Mighty Morphin. It's like someone's first season could have been SPD. They're Red Rangers.
That's my cousin. My cousin's first season was SPD. And the crazy part about it, there was a show that came out later called Graceland. He look, it's was it Jake from SPD?
Jack, yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, who the fuck is that? Because I met Brandon years ago, and my cousin was like, oh, Jake from. I was like, and I remember why do I remember SPD? Because that was the last season I stopped watching because they kept switching the channels. And I didn't know they switched the channel at the time. I didn't know when to catch it, and I just gave up. Plus, I went to high school at that same year. I was like, I remember him as crazy enough, his character on the show was also named Jake. I think it was. Mm-hmm. Let me look up Graceland, the TV show.
You're talking about Jack from SPD, the Red Ranger?
Yeah.
He was the guy that dated Kira and fucking she didn't appear in the Once and Always special. Oh my God, Jesus.
She did.
Yeah. I heard there was some tension there. You always hear that there's tension. I heard there was tension from the guy who played Leo, the Lost Galaxy Red Ranger. He didn't want to do Forever Red because it was the same people that messed up his crossover episode.
Yes. His character on the show Graceland was Dale Jenkins. I knew him as Jake. My cousin knew him as Jake from whatchamacallit from Jax. No, not Jake. Jack, sorry. I knew him as Jake. And he said Jack. I was Jake. I think I kept saying Jake so long he might have said Jake, but I remember it, and then he was on around this time. No, sorry, I met him before he was on Snowfall. I was like, I met him in 2016. Yeah, it's crazy. He was on a show called Being Erica, and his character name was Lennon. I was like, yeah, I just looked it up now.
Yeah.
But you gotta realize a lot of people
gotta tell black guys, stay away from those white women.
what they're thinking is most of the people that grew up Power Rangers start on with Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is like if you have kids, you'll start them with this. And it's just one of those things, like if you start them with that, are they even gonna like Mighty Morphin? Because Mighty Morphin, if you guys know, the reason why it gets like heavily criticized is because when you look at the seasons that came after it, even in Zeo, and even things like In Space and Galaxy and Lightspeed Rescue and Time Force and SPD, those are just I don't like using that word objectively. but they are
Yeah.
they're objectively better in terms of just not just acting. I think storytelling. I think dialogue. I think engaging you. Because Mighty Morphin's pretty 90s, mid 90s, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's not to really shit on it. I mean, season 3 is I would never watch it ever again. That was bad. But I did like when they introduced Catherine. I liked Catherine more than Kimberly. That's my opinion. But
Yeah. And then
man.
And then also there are people that wish that they would have made the season 2 the Thunder Rangers. Mighty Morphin Thunder Ranger. They wish that would happen. Season 3 is the worst because that was majority original filming because there was no more because they burned through a good chunk of the
Super Sentai footage, yeah.
In the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Spliced up some of it for season 2. That's why season 2 took forever to come out because they were splicing up season 1.
Yeah, they should have just changed the suits, man. That's a little. What if they actually did change the suits? Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of should have just swapped out the team minus Tommy, but
because the Green Ranger, people don't know the Green Ranger in the Super Sentai that
dies.
The Mighty Morphin Japanese version dies. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then in Mighty Morphin, there's this episode in season 1 where there's this candle. And then he uses powers of Jason. Then randomly he just comes back because they said they needed Tommy back for ratings or whatever. So Tommy's characters come back.
The show he was supposed to be on, the show he was offered didn't get picked up, and then
I remember. Yes,
they didn't want to give the new actor.
Remember that episode? It was the episode with the armadillo. Just randomly, everyone's like, Tommy's back. They're like, what? Because if you watch the Green Candle, it's made abundantly clear his powers are gone. And he comes back. Then when Lord Zed comes in, he has that fucking shellfish monster take them fully, and then you get the White Ranger. I like the White Ranger. I think the White Ranger looks cool as fuck, but it does look out of place with all those other different suits. I'm just saying, it just looks out of place. I like the White Ranger suit though. Also another thing before we get to the actual thing, because I love going down Power Rangers memory lane. One of the best episodes Down on Thunder also had, minus the episode I mentioned earlier in the video. Tommy, who was dead, and he went through all those fights. Notice how he doesn't have the Red Turbo Ranger fighting in that one? It's weird, right? What is up with... Why did they have the Turbo Ranger?
Because technically, from what the story was, due to that power was still activated, given away, even though he was technically the Red Turbo Ranger, if you retconned it, he would have never got to the part where he was the Red Turbo Ranger. Because
the Power Rangers he fought, which were him, were powers that were gone and dead.
Yeah.
But it's weird because in Forever Red, he's the Zeo Ranger. Because the Zeo Rangers, they got fate. Oh, I forgot. No, the Command Center blew up.
Yep.
Yeah, they blew up. Yeah, so they didn't have those powers. Yeah.
If you had to bring Tommy back as the Red Ranger, it'd be the Zeo. Because that's the only one he didn't transfer. That was the only one that was actually given to him.
But even when he had that Master Morpher, he didn't fight the Red Turbo Ranger either.
Nope.
They got someone against him being the Turbo Ranger for some reason.
But because he didn't care to be the Turbo Ranger. He wanted to be gone before that season even started.
Yeah, they made sure. I remember. Yeah, they signed like a 10-episode, 15-episode contract. They were like, "We're done. We get new people."
He wanted to be long gone from that, and that's why they brought in the new actor and they weaved him in. Because in my story, they would have started weaving him in from Zeo, and then by episode 3 is when they would have transferred power. It would have been 3 episodes, or it could have been the movie. Justin is the Blue Ranger first, so out of nowhere, or no. Matter of fact, Rocky's the Blue Ranger. He gets injured to the point where he has to give up his powers.
They did that character so dirty
anymore. And then
when you think about it as much, man, that character was not only was he done dirty, he just exists. Rocky just exists.
Because if you had to make Rocky a Red Ranger, he'd be the Red Thunder Ranger. That's how they should have done it.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, there was also a rumor that Jason wasn't supposed to come back, and they were supposed to make Adam the Red Ranger. Did you hear about that rumor?
I heard Adam was supposed to be the Red Turbo Ranger. I
yes.
That. Yeah.
And then they just let him go. He didn't want to leave.
I heard Adam didn't want to go, but it makes sense. Yeah, that Johnny Young Boss, Man, that guy had a legendary career, being
Yes.
Ichigo, the guy from Trigun. He was in
Yep.
Death Note. That guy, voice acting, perfection. But yes, we will go over this in just a moment here. Oh, another great thing of Power Rangers. Oh my god, the In Space and Lost Galaxy crossover with the Psycho Rangers. Just
Those are the best.
so good. So good. Just
Those,
how about 11 of us? Just wow.
those are the best crossovers in my opinion.
Damn. Absolute peak. Just
Yep.
the SPD Dino Thunder one of them was good.
One of them was good, but
was it the first one or the second one? One of them was really good.
My main issue with it, because due to it set in 2025, and time travel doesn't really make
We're now
sense.
in SPD apparently.
Yeah.
We don't have flying cars.
It makes sense, but 20 years ago it didn't make sense. And that fucked up the whole continuity of it. Now it makes sense, but it's like, why did you have to set it in 2025? That what was the point of setting it in 2025? Because
what was another? People always kind of ask me why I rag on Jungle Fury. I don't think it's that good. I think it's
Jungle Fury is
it's like Power Rangers. It's everything people criticize about Power Rangers. Too cheesy. The jokes aren't good. The dialogue is bad. The characters are not, outside of Casey and Master Daichi.
Yeah.
Every other character is just kind of not. It's not a good season. Like I watched it. I was like, I tuned out. I just when RPM came out, I was like, man, that's a good return to form right there, because I could not do.
At that point, I wasn't watching. I was watching.
But like, when you watch clips of Jungle Fury, do you go like, damn, Mash, I really should have watched that? Probably not. No.
I honestly, when I went back and watched it, I was like, I can see why people skipped this season.
Because you don't even like Operation Overdrive that much. Isn't that considered like the worst season?
Yeah, I don't hate it like most people, but it's not a season where I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, yeah, I watched it. Next. It's
Turbo too. Good lord, that
I
has
actually like Turbo. Mm-hmm. I like Turbo once it's the new Rangers. I don't like with the old Rangers.
I feel like when they had the old Rangers, they were just that was like Zeo 2.0 or some shit.
It felt like the guys didn't want to be there anymore. And you felt it through the acting. It was just like, yeah, I'm good.
You know what got kind of stupid in the earlier seasons? Bulk and Skull. I don't know if people like them, but I feel like they're kind of
Bulk and Skull should have ended with Zeo.
I feel like their whole. I get what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be the comedy. They're supposed to be the comic relief. But I feel like that kind of gimmick they're doing just kind of gets way overdone later.
Oh no!
That shit goes to like Lost Galaxy. It's like, you're still doing this.
And then it was just one of them because the other guy fell asleep, or he stayed asleep and just didn't wake up. That whole shit. But
hey, man, Lost Galaxy. I'll say this. The reason why Lost Galaxy not only is number 2 because it's really good. Lost Galaxy, coming off of space, being as good as it was, is just like Magna Fender arc. That's one of the best Six Rangers ever. Oh my god, the episode where he saw his kid get killed by the Scorpion dude, and he was like, I'm gonna take my revenge on that guy. Good lord, when they get the lights of Orion, god fucking hell. That season's so good. But I will go over this too. So the reason why I understand a lot of you guys are skeptical about Disney handling Power Rangers because of the things you mentioned earlier with, the great quality of Loki season 1 of the Book of Boba Fett, right? Fuck me in the ass, right? Holy fuck, those shows were bad. So I'll be honest here. Do I have hope for this? Not really. I just can't trust anything Disney really puts out.
Yeah.
There's no way, especially with how they're now. We talk about Power Rangers dialogue being pretty hit or miss. Imagine it now in 2025. Like, imagine a Power Ranger talking about like pronouns or some nonsense like that. I could just imagine they're gonna do that. And I'm not even like, holy shit. Like,
they were kind of doing. They almost did that in Dino Fury.
Oh, good lord! What about people in Power Ranger groups are so weird? Talk about Troon Power Rangers. Oh my god! I just imagine the world they're gonna cast.
Technically, they already had Troon Power Rangers. They just did because there were some people who were asexual. They were aliens. But no, actual. I was like, yeah, aliens that have no genders. Like the fuck.
Good lord! That's why I think I can't have hope for this, because Disney interjecting modern day progressive bullshit into their shows is just gonna happen. Like, hopefully not. Maybe there's gonna be some good creatives on it that are gonna be like, "Hey, Disney, you leave this alone." But I digress. Power Rangers is back at Disney 20 years after they gave us some of the franchise's best shows.
Yeah.
I never thought Power Rangers would have a neo-Disney era, but that seems to be the case now that the franchise future is reportedly on Disney+. And keep in mind, on streaming services, if your show does not perform very well, that shit is over. Now, I don't know how many seasons of Power Rangers they're gonna do. They're obviously they'll start with the first one, but Power Rangers, it's so interesting because if you guys don't actually know this, Tom, the actor who portrayed Tommy, Jason David Frank, he passed away in 2022. He was kind of like the face of the franchise at this point. And I get there's a lot of other Power Ranger actors out there going to cons and shit. Shout out to the lady who portrayed Ashley. She does a very good job at doing that. The guy who played Wes and the Thunder Rangers are always doing it. Eric and Cam and TJ. A lot of them do try to keep the spirit of the franchise alive. But there's a reason why Tommy was the face of everything. There's a reason for that. The man just commanded the screen. Is he overrated or was he overrated? That's not what I'm discussing. What I'm saying is, like, people attach Power Rangers to him, and he's gone, right?
Yeah.
He can't cameo, right?
They attached it to him and Mighty Morphin, and 2 out of the 6 Rangers are gone.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Think about that. Mm-hmm. Trini and Tommy are gone.
Like, do you want to feature Austin St. John right now? It's like he's been in some. I'm not saying I hate the guy, but he's been in some.
That's the same thing that happened. That's the same thing when they had the Red Ranger say they had Austin St. John there, but it felt awkward. You could tell some people were a little like.
All right, where were we at? Power Ranger fans have become used to behind the scenes changes and reinventions of the franchise by now. From Disney buying the show in 2001, god damn, I feel old. They bought that shit in 2001?
Yeah, they bought it like
God, I'm old.
This is what happened. They bought it in May 2001, and they let everyone know September of 2002 everything was going to change. This is
true. You're right. Yep.
And Disney had to do the same thing. That and also Disney. A lot of their cartoons on Disney's one side and when I was watching some of the cartoons earlier, right? A lot of them, they were already getting phased over because people don't realize Disney had another channel for a cartoon to Disney.
I remember that too. Disney. Yep. Or wasn't it called? And later on, it was called Disney XD. That's the same one. Yeah, Disney XD.
It's still
on,
Disney
yeah.
XD. I think they were trying
to
name
name that it's called now. Disney XD. Yep, XD.
Yeah,
Disney. Fuck you.
They were trying to phase out Disney's One Saturday Morning because that was with ABC, and ABC didn't really want to have kids programs that were new and all that. They just wanted something that was just all right. Put this on there because. By the early 2000s, they really wouldn't require you to have kid-friendly shows anymore. They just have repeats. That's why they had the whole Jack Hanna shit and Steve Irwin and all that. I'm not gonna call it flop, but it was no. This is what it was. Steve Irwin, a guy rest his soul too. He passed. Will film a bunch of episodes of him with animals. Back to back. Same with Jack Hanna, same with whatever else. And then they would just package them and just send them to like channels. And just tell them, all right, cool. If you don't want to have a kid programming thing.
Also, like the constant jumping of Power Rangers when SPD was airing to between Jetix to ABC Family.
Jetix, ABC. And that was because if you go on Wikipedia, it's like, oh, it aired on this channel. Depending on where you were at. For where I was at, it aired on ABC Family.
So it was channel 7, and Jetix was on like channel 17, from what I remember.
Yeah, channel 7 for you, channel 7 different for me. Channel 7 for me was ABC. It aired, SPD aired on ABC, but they don't class. What it was is, we're switching the air time because the original air day was supposed to be on Jetix. For me, Jetix was too Disney. It was supposed to be on too Disney. And then it was supposed to be on ABC Family. And then it was on ABC. And then they were going back and forth between the 3 channels, but it was never be the same time. It was always supposed to be noon. But then they put it back at 8 in the morning. And then they put it at 7 at night. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Kids can't keep up with this shit. My ass is like, all right, cool. I'm already too old for Power Rangers. I'm about to go into high school. I don't want to be the only kid. Like, it's very bad enough loving anime. Like, the only anime you was allowed to like, not get beat up for was Dragon Ball Z back in the day.
Yeah.
If you like any
you
kind
professed you like Pokemon, oh, you were getting railed.
Pokemon. If you played the card game, you get beat up. No. Actually, no. You're right. If you love the anime, you get beat up. Digimon, maybe, but not enough people knew what Digimon was anymore. Yu-Gi-Oh! You definitely get beat up.
Oh yeah,
jumped. And
what high school you going to? A fucking ghetto high school? Holy shit!
No, it's
mine wasn't that. Mine was verbally destroying you. You were getting verbally
that too
ripped to shreds.
You was getting verbal, but there, you know what it was? Is once you made a club for it, people stopped bothering you. Because it's like, all right, those are dirty guys. But those are the smart guys. Usually the smart guys. Those are the ones that, like we realize, oh, he's good at this. It's like, oh, wait, like he's actually smart. He's just into nerd stuff. It's like there'd be women that would try to date you and not have you be dirty. But it's like, you're only dating me because I'm dirty. But you don't want me to be dirty.
Right.
If I'm not dirty, you're not going to date me. Like, bitch, why you date me then? It's like women logic.
To Saban reacquiring the IP to Hasbro, then becoming the owners of the franchise. Yeah, so it went from Saban to Disney to Saban to Netflix to Hasbro.
It's a bond. It's a bond.
And Saban gets to walk away with millions that gets paid the bag in every single one of these scenarios. While Hasbro remains in charge of Power Rangers, the Wrap reports that the next Power Rangers show will be a Disney Plus original with Jonathan E. Steinberg and Dan Schatz in talks to produce the new series.
Yeah.
Ever since Power Rangers Cosmic Fury dropped on Netflix in September 2023, it remained to be seen where the franchise was going to go next. Yeah, because people were kind of wondering, like, all right, because I remember when Cosmic Fury was dropping, there was a bunch of articles that came out about Power Rangers with, like, they don't want to use Super Sentai stuff anymore. They want to make their original shit. And it's like, okay, I think I'll be honest here, Power Ranger fans are pretty forgiving. They'll be kind of fun with, like, anything. I mean, people were fine with fucking... People are fine with goddamn Jungle Fury. I mean, people are fine with anything at this point in life, right? But and then you have people saying Power Rangers should only be for like a select few people. It's like, no, Power Rangers is for everybody. There's a producer was like, Power Rangers is, for these kind of fans. No, Power Rangers is for everybody. That's the point. It's like the little theme of the entire fucking show. Like, you could be a person who was in jail that probably smoked meth. You could be a ranger if there's good in you. That's what Zordon would say that shit. I'd be like, Zordon, nah, man, he's doing crack. I don't know if he can be a ranger. I'm not the one I would be.
Yeah. As long as he's not stabbing his roommate with a sword, we're all good.
Oh, allegedly in Minecraft, right?
Yeah, allegedly.
God. You know what's crazy? That he said that there was I forgot. Okay. Good Lord, you talking about the Red Ranger from Wild Force, right? Him?
Yeah.
He was also Decker and Samurai.
Yeah.
So I'm blanking on a part of the story because he had claimed that it was self-defense. But then when the reports came back, it was revealed that there was no like the way that it was reported when it was finalized was that self-defense wasn't what really caused it. Because
it couldn't have been self-defense because there was no defensive one from either side. It was one attacked the other.
Yeah, like that self-defense claim would be hard to prove given the fact that you're using a literal damn sword. Like, great. Power Rangers people ended up becoming fucking lunatics. Oh, good Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Between Power Rangers moving production away from New Zealand for the first time in decades, and the lack of updates about the next Super Sentai adaptation, it was all but confirmed that the next series was going to be a reboot. Surprisingly, the project is being developed for Disney Plus and 20th Century TV, which is curious considering that Disney once owned Power Rangers. So, guys, the Disney you remember back in the day that owned this shit that gave you probably some of your best seasons, that's not the Disney now. This Disney now is horrible. This Disney now recently had an article that came out about them where they're in trouble with their investors because they have no Gen Z males that like their brands. Well, Disney, I would imagine turning Marvel and Star Wars into girl brands couldn't have been good for you. They're like, man, why don't we have any? What?
Disney was always leaned towards girl brands, though. That's the thing. It was always leaned toward girls. But now
it's so crazy that their minds are like this. I truly can't understand why their company functions the way it does. Like, people run this company are idiots. They're like, man, we have no males that watch our franchises. Why is that? You turned Marvel and Star Wars into girl shit.
Yep.
No males watch. Where'd all the males go? It's like these guys are a permanent surprise Pikachu face. I hate
one of the male audience. You got a male audience, and then you turned it into the one thing he said he didn't want. You want a more male audience.
Mm-hmm.
You got two IP that's male dominated. Star Wars and
if they want Power Rangers, gonna be completely honest here, this is mostly male dominated too.
Yeah.
I would say this is a pretty male dominated franchise.
Like the top 5 Rangers of all time, I would probably recommend are male Rangers.
Right.
Tommy, Jason, Zach, Andros,
Wes. Yeah.
Wes.
Oh, this was another thing that always pissed me off in Power Rangers. Everyone's always talked about it. I understand that when saying that. The 6th Ranger would be OP as fuck. Join the team and then start getting his ass railed. So two things can be true. Either the Rangers got as strong as him, because these guys have power. You guys do have powers. They're not like weak. Either they got as strong as the 6th Ranger, or the plot just nerfed the 6th Ranger. It's only one of those two things that happened.
The only Ranger,
the plot nerfed that motherfucker to the ground.
Yeah. The only Ranger that did not get nerfed was Eric from Time Force.
Eric. Yep.
Cam from Ninja Storm.
Yeah.
The Thunder Rangers were powerful, but they were evil. I mean, they had nothing holding them back. Like, the Thunder Rangers, when they became good, they didn't have that evil.
Wild Force, Zanaku, easily one of the best arcs they've ever did.
Easily.
That was so good.
But also one of the worst ones also because of how Merrick was supremely nerfed.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Man, I hated that little kid they had in that. That's why I didn't like Wild Force for a little bit. That little kid arc that they have with that little stupid kid. Oh, I hated that.
That was.
But what other nerfs? Daggeron was never really like that strong to begin with, so I can't.
Daggeron was decent.
Donkey Kruger never got nerfed in my opinion. Omega Ranger was kind of just meh.
Yeah.
Magna Defender was nerfed.
But the issue with Magna Defender was when
they never nerfed Zane. Zane just remained OP. Okay, I guess. It was just so weird.
Magna Defender wasn't nerfed because if you think about it, he was two different Rangers.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why he was truly never nerfed. He kind of got nerfed when he became Mike because Mike had a human side, but he still was kicking ass. That's why he was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
He was because he wasn't the same Ranger. Oh no, Zane was OP. But like,
what is about Brian? Ryan was never really nerfed. I don't think from memory. I don't think
he was nerfed because once he got that snake off him, he lost some power. Once he got that snake off his back, he lost some power.
Oh my God, the worst one is Jim and Gemma. 2 absolutely dog shit Rangers. I just didn't like them at all. Nerf too. They came out kind of strong and then just got fucking worthless. Yeah. The Power Rangers IP as a whole is not returning to Disney, but the fact that the long-awaited reboot will reportedly be a Disney Plus original is a full circle moment for the franchise. The Disney era of Power Rangers gave us some of the franchise's best shows, including, but not limited to, Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, and SPD. Disney became the owners of the Power Rangers franchise in 2001 after buying Fox Family Worldwide, whose list of IPs included a series of Hayam Saban productions. While Disney didn't seem particularly excited about Power Rangers back then, they released a lot of great seasons. That was because, I hate people do this. I wouldn't count Wild Force because this was filming under Saban's productions when that was happening. So here's 2 things about this. Disney produced these seasons with their money. True.
Yep.
But but they didn't want this franchise. People behind the scenes will tell you that. The writers and the producers and the directors of all these episodes gave you those good seasons. It wasn't just Disney doing it. I hate when people say that Disney gave you good seasons. No, the people behind the shows gave you a good season. They did actually. They gave you they gave you great seasons in spite of the company not even wanting it. And even when they got franchise great seasons, they're like, we still don't want this. You people can't be helped in any regard at all. You just can't be helped. I truly think this company's full of just absolute retards. My God. Would my wife just want to blow my dick right now? Just blow me to all. Jokes aside. So I'm not counting Wild Force. I think that's the Saban era. This is my opinion. Ninja Storm. I like the season a lot. Dino Thunder. Easily my top 5. SPD in my top 10. Mystic Force. It is better than a lot of the shit you get nowadays. But it's so many highs and lows. The highs are pretty solid, but the lows are just like. Bleh. I never actually watched Operation Overdrive ever. Never
I watched it recently.
Jungle Fever, I think, is pretty shit, and I love RPM. RPM is my personal top 10. I like RPM a lot. Wild Force is technically the first Disney season of Power Rangers, but given that it was already in development when they bought the franchise, many consider Ninja Storm as the de facto start. Okay, if that's true, then why'd you put... don't even put it as an asterisk. It literally starts with Ninja Storm.
Because you know why? Because it did air on Disney.
I hate you when you do these things. I hate you.
But no, that's the issue. I don't count it as a Disney season. But there are some people that will count. I was like, it's not a Disney season.
It doesn't feel like a Disney season at all. Disney seasons have a different palette look.
That ending alone is not Disney. That ending alone was some dark shit.
You think Disney would do Forever Red? There's no way.
That
was not their idea.
No, I think they would. But do you think Disney would do an ending where they lose all the powers and they're damn near about to die, and now they gotta
didn't even do Ninja Storm and Wild Force crossover. There was a lot of crossovers we missed out on too.
They missed over crossovers while they had it, because there was a crossover every year up to RPM. Go watch Super Sentai.
Super Sentai has the crossovers. They them like every year, but Disney missed out on a lot. Like we didn't get Jungle Theory, Mystic Force, and SPD. Yeah. But
Operation Overdrive, Jungle Fury.
So from a business point of view, the only way that I can make that out is because they want to sell you the newest Rangers, and they feel like they can't sell you the old Rangers. But I don't think that's how people think, really.
Plus, also they made 2 seasons damn near impossible to be crossover later on. SPD, they pulled some bullshit where we're traveling time to meet the guys back in 2004. That was almost bullshit. And then,
Mm-hmm.
And then that Once a Ranger one is bullshit. I don't like that one because
Bridge is the Red Ranger. You can't sell me on that. No way.
But I'm coming for the future where I'm not the Red Ranger, but I am the Red Ranger. I was like, this don't make
not even how that works with Power Rangers. It's like, are you the thing you are?
That's the main issue I have with SPD. It's in the future. Now it fucks up every continuity after. Until you get to, if they kept doing Power Rangers in 2025, that'd be the season that would connect to SPD.
Yeah, I love SPD a lot, but the fact that it's in the future in 2025, which is currently the year we're in now when doing this video, it's like, damn, that really halts a lot of things, because if they're in the future, and if they have to go team up with someone, they have to erase their memories all the time. And then the season that comes after them, and then that's not in the future, well, how would they good lord,
they don't know that they exist. They don't.
And then if they have a crossover, it doesn't matter because they have to erase their minds. Just creates this weird conundrum where nothing matters in the crossover because it has to be erased from their minds. Between the Rangers always having powers in their civilian forms and the standalone approach of each season, Disney's Power Ranger shows had a very distinct tone and look to them. The civilian fights were usually great, and the acting was strong as well. It's remarkable how many great Power Ranger seasons were released consecutively during the Disney era. I agree. Yeah, I love Carter. Carter's one of my favorite Red Rangers ever. Yeah, definitely someone to look up to if you're, looking at like, man, he's a firefighter and a great leader. Kind of sounds like me, actually. A rich, hot Billiken black guy, successful,
You're
rich.
more like the black guy, the pilot who goes after the white woman scientist. That's you.
Good Lord. A new Power Rangers show being in development for Disney Plus does not necessarily mean that all the traits and quirks of the Disney era will return. No shit. Like, no fucking shit. I could have told you that for free. If you think this era of Disney is going to give you a quality Power Rangers show, you might as well believe me when I tell you I have sex with my wife or even have a wife. You might as well believe me. I'll just tell you anything. I'll just tell you anything. Hey, today I took off my shirt and I went Super Saiyan and I actually flew to the sky and then I came back down. You guys believe that? And if you do, you'll believe anything. This new show will most likely be a full reboot that will reimagine. Oh no, please don't. I hate when I hear that shit. It'll reimagine. I don't even know. Oh, God, kill me now. That will reimagine Power Rangers with a fresh creative vision after 30 years. It will reimagine Power Rangers with a fresh creative vision after 30 seasons of Super Sentai adaptations. That said, Disney Plus is one of the biggest, most influential streaming services out there, home to major Disney franchises like Marvel and Star Wars. Star Wars is fucking fried. No one cares about that shit anymore.
Star Wars was fried before they got to Disney.
This means that Power Rangers could become bigger than ever. Disney Plus's relationship with Power Rangers might be similar to what they've done with Doctor Who. I heard that's awful. I don't watch Doctor Who, but I heard it's fucking terrible. So
no, Doctor Who got worse over the years. I haven't watched Doctor Who since David Tennant was on there, and I don't know how long ago that was. That was a while ago.
Another major franchise that had to reinvent itself for the age of streaming. None of these sound like good things I want to hear. Do you guys think I want Power Rangers reimagined for this? Whenever I hear a company be like, we're going to reimagine this franchise for a modern period. How about don't do that at all? How about just don't do that at all and rethink that whole strategy? How about just do that? Some of my favorite Power Ranger memories come from the Disney era, including a lot of the games, merch, and action figures. Hopefully this reboot on Disney Plus will be a new beginning for Power Rangers, even if it's something very different from all the previous eras. I mean, if that shit is like reimagined for a new audience, I'm already calling a red flag on that. Red flag, just flag. Oh, it's going to be reimagined for streaming. Another red flag. Oh my God, the first Looney Tune Power Rangers. I'm out. Not watching. Done. So I also heard another story that there was an episode they were filming of Mighty Morphin and Austin St. John got a boner around some of the girls.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Basically calling us, so the joke could be Mighty Morphin Dick Ranger. Good Lord. No, just jokes. But no, I'll admit, like, man, those initial 3 Disney era seasons, Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, and SPD, just so damn good. Like SPD, very, very good. Band of misfits coming together. Not really misfits, like how would I say it? Like law enforcement meets like criminals. Then criminals become rangers, and then you get the if Kruger asked Sky like, if Sid was the Red Ranger, would you go with her into battle? He's like, no, she's a girl. Later at the end of the season, he gets to be the Red Ranger because he answers the question right. Like he has to learn. It's like, okay, being a Red Ranger is he goes to the Blue Ranger arc, which is really cool. I like that a lot. I mean,
Dino Thunder, he's not wrong because Sid ain't the smartest motherfucker in the room. Like,
to be fair, to be completely fair, was he wrong? I'm not following no bitch in the battle.
Just it was the way he answered it. It was like,
yeah, but he answered just the way I would answer. Like the Sky, that's one of the base things that aged like fine wine in the franchise. He was like, well, if Sid was the Red Ranger, would you follow her into battle? Sir, she's a girl. Based. Good job, Sky. Hell yeah, I follow no bitch in the battle. What the fuck?
He's like, oh, it's not.
He literally just said it's because she's a girl. Yeah, but we're not following her. If be honest right now, if all you guys are Blue Rangers and she was the Red Ranger, would you follow in the battle? I follow in that bitch.
Because she ain't the smartest. She ain't the smartest motherfucker in the room.
She's smart on her knees when she's goggling my cock. But
I mean,
good Lord. So I will say this: Power Rangers has given me a lot of great memories, a lot of great, ways to kind of talk to people about it. I love hearing people's different seasons and conversations we've had with, Power Rangers over the years and everything. Like even in what was the season Ninja Steel? Remember how they had that big crossover?
Yeah.
Even that was pretty wholesome, and I think that was cool because you ended off Tommy's arc when he's just shaking the hand of the new Red Ranger, and everyone's just going to their own different dimensions. Power Rangers becoming a multiverse was fucking SPD did that. Power Rangers becoming a multiverse is so stupid. It's fine; they can all exist in their own way. So I'll ask you, man, what is your closing thoughts on the new Power Rangers series coming to Disney Plus?
I
Think
just
it's gonna be good?
I don't know. It's part of me is like, just don't make it too progressive and shit. Just know that rate, like, I don't even know, because I hope it's good, but I gotta wait to see it. I see what the storyline is, because this storyline looks like it could be shit.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just don't trust Disney at all.
Yeah,
It
I
would
don't.
have to be like I have to see a trailer. The moment, man, the dialogue in that shit. If I know anything about Disney shows over the years, the
I don't
dialogue,
trust
that
Disney
shit.
now.
Mm-mm,
I don't
mm-mm.
trust it because don't forget a lot of those Disney writers for Power Rangers were also on Fox and they got brought over.
Yeah.
They weren't Disney writers on, Disney. They were ones that were brought over, and then they
So
combined with some of the Disney writers.
yeah. So you guys know for me, just question mark. That's what I would draw for that. Giant question mark. There's some red flags in there. If this is reimagined for a modern audience, I'm just gonna be noping out. I'm just gonna be like, nope, I'm good. You can just fuck off. I'm good. I don't need shit reimagined for a modern audience. People don't even watch Power Rangers to begin with, nor even know what it was, nor even know what it is probably. So, but you know what? I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and who knows? I would love to be wrong. I would love to have a new Power Rangers series back because the franchise, I wouldn't call it dead without a new series because it survived through much worse things. But you need newer things to keep your brand and IP alive for conversations, obviously. So who knows what'll happen with this, and we will have to cross that bridge when we get to it. I was supposed to say it's morphin time, but that'd have been really gay and cringe. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. Was he trying to revive the OG series? Because that's, good lord. That's
Yeah,
what
he
Super.
was trying to. He wanted to start. He wanted to start from the beginning.
Oh, good lord, this guy. Yeah, good night, Laps. I'll see you tomorrow, man. I'll let you know what comic book we're gonna be reviewing. I have to type that into him now. Show tomorrow 7:30. Sending. Yeah. So, what else we have left? Oh, we have the Apple TV Plus bullshit, don't we?
Yep.
You ready to get into that? Straight
Yeah.
in, like banging Lennon, straight in.
Hell yeah. Don't
Fuck
pull
you.
out. You
suck ass. Carter always rushing it. Yeah. Carter's great Red Ranger. Yeah. I've to be completely honest with you, I've never actually read a Power Ranger comic book. I have the first deluxe edition hardcover for Power Rangers. I was supposed to get the second and third and fourth one and all of them in order, but I just been buying different shit. It's not that I'm not interested. It's just like, other stuff needs priority first for my money. Just saying that. I kind of knew Power Rangers had a multiverse because RPM is in another universe. Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like Power Rangers had become a multiverse with that, and it's like, god damn, what? It's like everything had to become a multiverse to it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but people like it when your shit exists, and it's like, okay, oh, all right, okay. I get it from all points of views. Why are people doing karaoke? Oh my god. People doing karaoke tonight? Holy fuck. All right. Let's have some fun here. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Apple TV Plus price increase. So for me, I do not have any streaming services currently at the time of recording this video because, as I've explained this to you guys, if you ever watch my podcasts, the MSK show or the Cloud9 podcast, I am just way too busy to actually utilize the streaming service. Not that I wouldn't have at least one or two of them for some of the companies that I've watched a lot of their, franchises and IPs, right? But I remember, like, I had HBO Max and Netflix and Paramount Plus, and the reason why I canceled them was because I didn't like them. It was more so like, I'm just not utilizing this. Like, I would literally log into them maybe like once or twice a month. So I guess you could consider the only one I have. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yep.
Eat my ass and pussy.
Cry about it, bitch. That's what you do.
Eric July, goat. He black. Jokes aside. All right, let's get right into it. Hey everyone, I am MSK, and your mama's gonna fuck me. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
They're doing crack.
See,
All right.
that's what LK wanted to say to Leonard's mom.
Good lord.
Tonight you gonna fuck.
You guys think your mom's attracted? I don't think their mom's attracted at all. You guys would bang her mom. I'm good on that one. She sounds like a taco.
I'm putting baby in her.
Oh God. All right. Speaking of streaming services and Netflix and chilling, just comes full circle, right? Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Apple TV Plus price increase because we are going to be kind of going over a lot of what the streaming service wars have actually been for a lot of you. So for me currently, the only streaming service I have is Prime Video. It's because I actually use Amazon Prime and I need that free shipping because, as you guys know, I buy a lot of collected editions. So comic books, basically more like in a big format where I can just read a lot of it all at once. So that's what a collected edition is. And I buy a lot of like omnibuses, epic collections, trade paperbacks, and deluxe oversized hardcovers. So, having free shipping on that shit really does save me a lot of money. So that's the only streaming service I have. And that's not even because I want to watch Prime Videos, because I need it for the free shipping, right? I had HBO Max, I had Netflix, I had Paramount Plus, but I just wasn't using them enough to really justify paying for them every month. So I just canceled them. And I remember only logging into them like twice, max, a month. And I was like, this is just not worth it. And then if you guys watch our previous streaming service video that we did with Great Poupée and Lunchbox Warren, this is something that I want to make sure I emphasize here. Streaming was always supposed to be basically kind of like getting away from cable as far as like commercials, because what made kind of like watching stuff hard back in the day was you had to sit there and watch it with commercials, right? Streaming was supposed to be getting away from that. It's just like, hey, you just get a TV, go on Netflix or Hulu, because those are the only two back in the day. You just start watching shit. But now a lot of these bigger companies have their own streaming service. Like Apple has theirs, and Warner Brothers has theirs, Disney has theirs, and Amazon has their own. But it also gets to a point where I just want to also let you guys know this, and don't be surprised you check out this video 5 years down the line. You're like, MSK, you were right. Because I always am, because I'm a fucking top G Riz master. Genius, obviously. I'm an aura farmer, as the kids call it these days. Jokes aside. So I wouldn't put it past these streaming services to all be at the bare minimum with an ad plan $20. The prices are always going to increase. For this, well, several reasons, but this is the main one. Because they have to keep making content on there for you to stay subscribed, as so they think, right? And it's not cheap to make content on these streaming services because actor contracts, production, right? Filming, writers, directors, hiring all the people that do the costume designs and all that shit, production assistants and all that stuff, right? You guys think that costs money? Yeah, it does. Costs a lot of fucking money. So Apple TV Plus started as like the cheapest streaming service. It was like what, $4.99 when it first started? And then it just started gradually rising in price. All of these did. I mean, HBO Max, I mean, I got to give credit to Warner Brothers. They came out swinging with $15. $15 HBO Max. They were like, we're going to call it Max. One of the dumbest fucking name changes in this planet.
But don't forget, it started off at like HBO Now. It was a bunch of other.
Better. That was better than what they called it, Max.
It was a bunch of HBO before they got to HBO Max, and it became.
But HBO,
Max.
that brand name carries quality. Like you think of HBO, you think of quality, like The Wire, Game of Thrones, Sopranos, stuff like that, right? So I'll ask you before we get into going over this. What are the streaming services you have now that you pay for that's not tied into like a phone plan? Because most people have these because they have a phone plan. What are the ones that you go out of your way to pay for?
Hulu. I have to use that one the most. I might cut my Netflix. The issue with Netflix, I binge a lot of stuff that I stopped watching for a while. I might have to turn that one off for a few months. Disney Plus. Sorry. Disney Plus is tied to Disney Plus is tied to my Hulu, but it's weird. Because I made my Hulu account commercial. The Disney one is back to regular, but I have no commercial on the Disney one. It's weird. Oh, because they separated. I didn't realize they separated in 2023. Of course, I got Amazon Prime. That's the one I think I've had the longest besides Hulu. I've had Amazon Prime since 2015. I've had Hulu since 2010. Since when, like, original.
Yeah, back when Hulu was just like, I'm only gonna use this if I missed a TV show episode.
Yep, it was $3.99 a month.
Yeah, even then, Hulu $3.99. Hulu also $3.99 originally, and they also have some of the best Black Friday deals before their what you call it, their app or service gets fused into Disney Plus. I remember Hulu always having like Black Friday or deals were like $1 a month. This start for $1 a month. You get 3 months of that shit. That's insane. Yeah. That is actually how you get people. But the reason why I know streaming has this weird bubble attached to it is not just because the cost of content that I brought up earlier. It's the thing that I think Chaz mentioned it years ago when we were talking about this on my alleged other YouTube channel that might have got retconned. Wink, wink. Was the reason why I think the services aren't profitable as much as they say they are is because if it's sustainable and profitable on its own, why would you need advertisers for? Right? If something is sustainable on its own, you don't need anybody else to handle that. But this is the thing. It's not, but the advertisers sustain it. The amount of advertisers they have, because these are big companies, they can get any sponsor they want. The advertisers make it sustainable, because I do not believe it was sustainable before. I do not believe that, because if it was, why would you need an advertiser? Keep in mind, you have streaming services because you don't want to watch commercials, and they have a commercial plan. Yeah, so that's ridiculous, right? So the rising cost of content that they have to pay, then that's why you've been seeing a lot of these companies like ship off their fucking shit to other people. I mean, Warner Brothers did it with that. Remember that crappy animated Batman series that came out? Imagine this. Warner Brothers not wanting a Batman animated series. They just gave it to Amazon. And that retarded idiot Jeff Bezos was like, I'll give you top dollar for this. David Zaslav going like, you fucking idiot. Just making the bag, honestly. That's why I think Disney is also going to phase out Hulu, because you guys have to consider this. You have to pay people to run that shit. You have to pay people to run this shit. It's not free to run this stuff, Speaking of Apple, I mean, Apple kind of reminds me of like Sony in a lot of ways. Apple fans just buy anything Apple related anyway. Let's be honest, they'll just buy anything. They probably have Apple TV Plus right now. And Apple had the show called Monarch, tying into the Monsterverse. Yeah. That shit can't be cheap. I think, how much was the budget for F1? Do you hear that new movie they had out called F1 with Brad Pitt? How much was that film's budget?
I want to say it was $150 million, but it could have been more. Plus they had other like shows that were just
$300 million.
I remember the last time I heard it was 150 in Skyrider. All right, that makes sense.
Insane. $200 to $300 million. Fucking hell. Like,
Yeah.
but I will say this though with Apple TV Plus, it is one of the streaming services that I heard that has very good shows, which is,
Yeah.
fair enough, right? I don't really hear anybody speaking anything bad about quality, but you want to pay for quality, that's going to be a lot of money. And keep in mind, if Apple, one of the most successful companies on this planet, can't make streaming a profitable business, how can you make it How can you make it work though? The only thing that makes it work is these advertisers. The advertisers know there's going to be a lot of people watching the shows, so they can just advertise their products there, which makes sense for the advertiser because you get a lot of eyes on your product. But that's when you get into this. Let me make sure. Okay, good. Apple TV Plus hiking price will now cost $13 per month in US. How much does it cost for the basic Netflix plan?
Last time I remember it was $6.99. So I remember it was $4.99 for a long of time.
There is no longer a Netflix basic plan available for new subscribers in the US. It has been discontinued. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Instead, Netflix offers a standard with ads plan as its lowest price option available for $7.99 a month, which includes full HD streaming but shows advertisements. If you want an ad-free experience, you must choose from one of the other plans. Full HD, so the standard is $18 a month. I remember when that was literally like $12 to do that.
I remember this premium.
Premium.
I do remember they had a premium back in the day. What it was is you could share it up to 10 people.
I remember that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
They were 10 people on your account. It'd be your account, but they would have to log in. I think your account, but then it'd be a different profile.
Netflix is hurting for cash because didn't they purchase WWE or some shit?
Yeah, they got WWE.
Or call it Raw. Like when I went inside my wife last night, it was Raw.
Yep.
So
yeah, they purchased Raw, and then
they got ESPN. I think you said Netflix is gonna be doing like football or some shit.
Was
it them or someone else?
No, NFL is split all over. NFL has a deal with Netflix. They have
Paramount, right? Yeah,
Paramount.
I know Peacock and Prime have them. Yeah,
Peacock is NBC. That's why they're going to have games there. Paramount they do because of CBS. Fox.
Yep.
Fox. They have a bunch of them. What else?
Do you think basketball is going to end up the same way too?
Oh, yeah, no. Basketball is already leaning toward that way.
Yeah, it should.
The basketball is already leaning toward that way. They want to go with that's why the whole thing with Amazon bought games, and now that's why they moved off TNT. But it's like they're gonna be back there in a few years.
Also, streaming I remember which is the one that got merged into Paramount? There was another Paramount streaming service that was merged into Paramount Plus. I forgot the name of it, but I remember that one got absorbed into Paramount Plus. AMC Plus, they stopped that. That should have never been a thing anyway. But that just
you mean Showtime? You mean Showtime?
It was Showtime. Yeah, Showtime got discontinued and it was an immersion of Paramount Plus. But that's the same company anyway, though.
Yeah, but what it was back in the day, it was primarily just Showtime shows. It was the same thing when it's HBO show. Stars had the same thing, but now Stars
Where is Stars? Is Stars still out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's Lionsgate. Like Lionsgate having a streaming service makes no sense. That company, BET Plus is still a thing. Paramount should buy BET Plus. Paramount should buy it. It only has like 3 million. It only has like 3 million subs anyway.
But you know the issue with BET Plus? It was mostly Tyler Perry shows. The fuck? I don't like Tyler Perry that much. It was Tyler Perry and Ratchet shit.
BT Plus. BT Plus. Holy crap.
Do you like Tyler Perry that much to watch Tyler Perry content?
He's it comes in waves. He's like a person you watch a movie every now and again. But
this is so movie it's just too much black trauma. That is like
this is already cringe. BT Plus is a premium subscription. No, it's not. That's trash.
Chris, focus. Go back what it says. Look what it says.
Jesus.
Go back up. Focus for black audiences. Man, launched in 2019. A subsidiary of Paramount. Look, launched it's a joint venture between BET Network, a subsidiary of Paramount, and Tyler Perry Studios.
Why doesn't Paramount just offer him money to buy it out? It's literally worth nothing. It has 3 million subs last time I checked. 3 million subs.
At $5 a piece.
That's too. That's asking too much money. This
you
shit should be worth what, $1.99.
If you because BET Plus, if you miss your show, you can watch it the next day. If you wait a week, you can watch it on Paramount for the same price.
Yeah. And on a better streaming service.
BET Plus, if you just wait a week, and you get to watch news on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, like that's what you said. There's no point in having BET Plus. Why don't you just have Paramount Plus and just watch BET Plus through it? They literally have a hub for it. Like, good Lord. Apple TV Plus, the tech giant's money-losing streaming service, is bumping up its price by 30% for U.S. customers. It will now be $12.99 per month, up $3 from $9.99. The company said it is raising the price of Apple TV Plus in the U.S. and select international markets effective starting August 21st for new customers. Existing Apple TV Plus subscribers will see the higher prices within 30 days of their next renewal date. But this is the thing also with streaming services is you subscribe to them for the average person and they don't unsub. That's what they're hoping for. They're hoping for a bunch of people subbing to them and not unsubbing. In justifying the price hike, Apple noted that it has launched a slew of TV shows and movies and that the service doesn't include any ads. I see an ad plan coming for Apple TV Plus eventually. Mark my words. Indeed, Apple TV Plus remains the only major streaming service that does not offer a price-reduced ad-supported plan. Well, they got to make up that money somehow, which is charging you more money. Quote. Since it launched, Apple TV Plus has expanded its deep library of hundreds of Apple originals with thousands of hours of premium programming across genres and brand new releases weekly, all ad-free. The company said in a statement, subscribers can explore a rich offering of thrilling dramas, epic sci-fi, feel-good comedies, and live sports. See, Apple TV Plus also has live sports as well. So the thing also you have to understand, guys, is all that stuff sounds good to say to people, but you know how they pay for that shit? With your money. They're not taking money out of Apple's bank accounts to pay for that shit. They're taking your money to pay for that shit. Where do you think they get the money from? They're not. The person that runs Apple right now isn't taking his own money to pay for this shit. Not even close. It's the third price increase for Apple TV Plus in the last 3 years. Apple most recently raised the price of the service in October 2023 when it went from $6.99 to $9.99 per month in the US. A year earlier, it raised the price to $6.99 from its 2019 launch price of $4.99. Come on. In 2019, it started at $4.99. Now it's at $13. In 2 years, it's going to be $15. Yep. In announcing the latest price hike, Apple touted upcoming premieres on Apple TV Plus. Those include season 4 of The Morning Show, season 5 of Slow Horses, Vince Gilligan's Plubris, and original films like Heist 2, Lowest, and The Lost Bus. Also, all right, I guess. Apple TV Plus is also home to award-winning shows like Severance, which garnered the most Emmy nominations this year with 27, and Seth Rogen's The Studio, which became the most nominated freshman comedy over with 23 nods. The service features a lineup of kids programming, including new and classic Peanut specials, and offers access to MLB's Friday Night Baseball live games and Major League Soccer matches. I think that's the reason why most people have this shit, is live sports. I wouldn't even put it past people to have it, not for that reason. Apple TV Plus has been losing more than $1 billion annually. This is just, what a loss leader this is. As its spending on premium content has well exceeded revenue. According to a March 2025 report by The Information, Apple has not commented on the report. The company break out financial results. The company has not broken out financial results for Apple TV Plus. Of course it won't. If they reveal they're losing this much money, people would go like, damn, this is all just what's that saying back in the day? A glass house. It's in a bubble or whatever you call it. So what do you think, man? Do you not just with Apple TV Plus? I know you don't have it, but you want to talk about streaming services price increasing. Where do you see them in, let's say, 2 to 3 years at this point? Oh, I think Chaz is dead. So, wait, no, he's still here. Okay, he's dead. So, I'll just wrap it up myself. So, for me personally, I see it working out like this. They have to get to a point where they have to be profitable. And if they're losing this much money on streaming services, the only way to make up the money is to obviously hello.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there. It ended like 5 seconds. I was like, or no, 10 seconds. I'm like, what the hell?
I was like, did this man just pass out? I think he just fell asleep. But yeah,
I'm here. I'm like, and I just stopped here, and I was like, I remember you talking about $13.99. I'm like, and the whole thing with Apple TV, from what I remember, was it was if it was very exclusive. That's why it was hard. A lot of people didn't want to get an Apple TV or Apple account for it. Yeah, I'm good.
Well, it's just one of those things, because I wanted to ask you before I had the video, which is 2 to 3 years from now, do you see prices going up further? Because if not just Apple, because Apple was reportedly losing $1 billion on a streaming service, imagine just what the other ones are losing a lot of money. Like, and the only way to make up that money, as I said before you jump out and came back in, they have to charge you more money. That's it. That's the only way to make up for it. And even that's probably not enough, because if they spend like $300 million on a movie, how do you guys think they make that money back? They don't.
They don't.
Unless you have a lot of subscribers
they
that pay you
operate
money
at a
every
loss.
month. Yep.
That's what it is. They have to operate at a loss. And most companies are so used to doing that, but they don't know how to get themselves out of a loss. They're used to operating in a loss. And then eventually, we'll just get out of it. Not always. Sometimes you don't get out of it.
Especially if you keep spending like $200 to $300 million on movies. Like, do you know how much subscribers you would need to grow year in and year out to make that up?
It's not a subscriber.
But even if that was what you needed, there's just not enough. There won't be enough money you can charge someone to get you out of debt for just even 3 movies alone that cost over $200 million. There's no way. It's impossible. Like, people are probably still paying off content for them that they made in 2021, probably.
Yeah.
So, yep. My final thoughts are, expect more streaming services to increase in price moving forward. All these prices are going to be increasing because they got to keep making content. It's just a never-ending cycle. And I got to have Netflix because I got to Netflix and chill with my wife, and she has to suck my dick all the way to the fucking ball so my eyes can roll back like a slot machine. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I have MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. All right, before we head out, anything else you want to say before we close out?
Nah, shit. Cause a lot of these streaming services, they're all going to combine. Like, I think there's going to be about like 6 major ones, and they're going to cost you they're going to cost you the same amount of cable. And by the time you're done, and all you're going to need is an internet bill. That's it.
Yeah. I think there was a comment I saw, I think on Facebook or Twitter, that put it perfectly. Cable gives you a bunch of channels that you don't want to watch, and streaming gives you a bunch of movies and TVs that you don't want to watch.
Yep.
Yeah, and the reason why you'd only have streaming is because who the fuck wants a cable bill? Like,
yeah.
So, tomorrow, guys, the MSK show will be at 7:30 p.m. PST with me and Laps Comic Fan. Chaz stepped in tonight for Lunchbox Warren. So it was awesome. We managed to get 2 good topics out of that, even though Chaz's internet hates him, apparently.
Yeah.
So, yep. that is gonna also wrap it up for tonight's show in just a little bit. So Saturday, the MSK show, 7:30 p.m. PST. Sunday, I'm just gonna probably either stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel or stream League, and then Monday we begin back up again with the spectacular MSK 2-3 p.m. PST. Then we have the MSK show. So yeah, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK show, and we'll see you guys